you know what? Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it. We're doing it live. Fuck it. We
Fuck it,
kind of fuck yeah, we are. We try to record this via, pre-recorded, but we've been having technical issues with the recorder that we use. So because of that, we decided to, you know what? Skip over the 1 week that we do live once a month, and fuck it, we do it today live. And if for some reason, if the shit, I'm saying this shit in a nice way, I don't think I'm saying it in a fucked up way. If it goes through, great, then this will be downloaded via MP3. It'll be put on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. But besides all that, this is episode number 75 of the TEAMHEEL podcast, live. Once in a long time, live, right? So yeah, thank you for tuning in, whether it be here live on the stream or on the playback option, or on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or on shoutengine.com where you can download it. It doesn't matter. Listen, guys, there is no excuse. You can listen to this humble little podcast that's completely on a fucking low budget. Really on a low budget. I'm talking shit. We need to start a fucking what's that shit called where people start their movies, whatever? Those indie movies?
Indiegogo?
No. I forgot the name of it already, but I think Nigel did it. Nigel did it for his movie.
Oh, Kickstarter?
Yeah, we gotta start Kickstarter real soon.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely help.
That'll definitely help, yeah. But as you can see, I am not alone. I am joined by two awesome people that literally, again, at the end of the day, oh, look at him flexing already. Look here, you young buck.
Little muscles I don't have. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but again, guys, 1 second here. Let me just get this sorted out a little bit. It's been a while I've done this hangout thing, but you get the idea. First guy I'm joined by, he is the co-host as well, my little cuz, my other half, if you will. Not Legit Wrestling.
What's up, guys? It's been a while. See, look at next show. See, it's been a while since we've been here, and it's kind of cool to be back live. So.
And the next guy we have here, he is the host of the OK Fave Random Wrestling Podcast. Look, he's rocking the t-shirt right now. You can actually get at
www.okfabe.spreadshirt.com.
okfabe.spreadshirt.com. The one, the only OK Fabe.
You're too kind. You're just too sweet.
Indeed, we are. Too sweet. But yeah, man, how have you guys been this week?
I'm ready for a nap.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, ready to go to sleep.
Oh, guys, come on. The night's still young. It's payday. It's officially Friday. It's July. It's January 23rd. I said July. I don't know why.
This podcast is fully apologies.
Yeah, indeed.
Get that out.
Again, oh, fuck it. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Exactly.
You gotta fire your tech, quick.
What happened?
You gotta fire your tech support pretty fast.
Indeed, yeah. But yeah, gentlemen, it's tiring. We tried doing this numerous times.
This is what, take 3 or 4?
This is like take 3 now, or take 4. Camtasia is acting up, but at the end of the day, I think it's a sign. Like maybe, just maybe, we are meant to do this live again. I don't even know.
Maybe. I mean,
it's a sign.
I kind of missed it in a way.
Me too. I kind of did in a way, but at the same time, though, you think about it. I said this numerous times. To me, right, live streams become the most played out thing in the world, where everyone now does it. It's not a jab at anybody. Yeah. It's just that, to me, live streams. I don't mean to come off like, oh, you're an arrogant person or anything like that. It should be like a privilege almost, where you got to get a certain amount of subs or a certain amount of views, if you will, in order to get it. In my opinion, of course.
Speaking of which, I'll be doing one today, technically. Wow. Holy crap, it is Friday. So, yeah.
Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. But anywho. Yeah, normally this would have been up literally Saturday morning, but reason being, because I might go out Friday night.
Ooh.
Keyword might. But you never know. It's better to, get shit out of the way. You know what I mean? Because who would have say Friday I end up staying home? It's like, I could on the podcast Friday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you never know. You just never know. So that's what we're doing today. We will not be covering Impact on account that Impact hasn't aired yet. But being that myself and Walter have been there, and we want to spoil it for Connor. Obviously, you didn't watch it yet. But if anything, this Saturday, when we debut this new show on my channel, which the name I have no idea what I'm calling it yet. If you guys watch my video, where I talked about my 900 subscribers, I mentioned that I'm planning on doing a new show. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Either the Heel Steven Show or the Heel Steven Experience, or what you suggested, Connor, Heel Steven Shoots.
Yeah, for some reason I was just picturing like the old Shotgun Saturday Night logo, but with your name on it instead.
It could be that. Because if you think about it, if you guys didn't listen last week, myself, Knowledge of Wrestling, we took back Saturday Night Shoot. We didn't get it. We just took it back. Like, you know what?
All right, I'm taking it back.
We passed the ball to two people, and they blew it. Let's face it. All right? So we decided to take it back. But here's the thing about it. If it's going to be on my channel, it has to be different. So we're changing the name of the show. I don't know what yet. If you guys have any suggestions down below in the comment threads of the stream, let us know, and we'll work with it.
Steven shoots the shit.
That could be it. But then again, the guy who's real professional,
The Heel Steven Show.
the children out there, I got children viewing my crap too,
So Steven shoots the shit.
Like, like the other guy, who exposed himself, he has children watching himself too, but that's around the point.
And the point, folks.
And the point, folks. And the point.
Reason number 5.
He does not like that Ryback is the WWE, but whatever.
Ryback rules.
Yeah, then that is why the kid isn't relevant anymore. But, but anywho, guys, literally we are 2 days away for the Royal Rumble. The Rumble's almost here. I cannot wait. Aren't you all excited?
Totally, man. It doesn't matter what year it is. You always gotta get excited for the Rumble match because it's a once in a year type of thing. It's like you see this every freaking Raw or every pay-per-view. It's always during that month of January where you're like, it's Rumble time. So
it's one of those rare events of the year where even us wrestling fans who think we know everything or try to think we know everything or try to get the inside scoop or what's going to happen or the spoilers or the plans in this, one year we're never 100% sure what's going to happen and things could change on the fly really quickly, like Blue Tista winning last year's Rumble.
That too. That is true. Absolutely true. Why you? Ooh.
Fuck it.
This is what I miss about the live streams. Walter's background noise somewhere in the behind the shot.
All right, Walter. Legit, what's going on back there?
I don't know. It's probably my little brother trolling people on Xbox Live. Who knows?
They still do that in Xbox. They still do that.
Xbox is bad. Xbox is bad.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep, that is bad. There you go again. Absolutely again. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
I gotta stop saying that word. Oh, holy crap.
Dude, we should keep a counter going.
Like, yeah, he said this like 500 times already and shit.
Absolutely.
But yeah, guys, the Rumble. It's literally phase away from that. My favorite Rumble has to be 1992. Ric Flair winning the whole thing at number 3. I remember that, Gorilla Monsoon, may he rest in peace, on commentary said, at the time, no one in the history of the WWF, drew numbers 1 through 5 and won the Rumble. Flair did it at number 3, and he won the title, the WWE title. I remember his promo at the end of the match, with a tear in my eye. This is the greatest moment in my life. He just slapped the championship like it's an ass, like. And this is the only title in the wrestling world that makes you number one.
And
That's true.
And then he goes back to WCW and puts on.
Yeah, another year later, he goes back to WCW.
Oh.
Me, Gene, commentary, put that cigarette down. That was funny.
For some reason, that just popped in, like when he's trying to interview Rick Rude at SummerSlam when the banner falls down. Rick Rude, you fuck it. Love that. Flair was the first one to do it in the number 1 through 3 spot, and it was the first and only time that someone won the Royal Rumble and the championship.
Absolutely, that was a first. Obviously, that was the first. And at the time, you think about that Rumble as well. The list of who was in that match: Hall of Famers, Tito Santana, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Taker, who's going to be real soon, I assume. Savage will be soon as well. Roddy Piper.
I was looking at that list. The list was fucking insanity.
Exactly.
Hall of Fame talent all over the place.
Indeed, and I agree with that. You know, I almost said it.
I know.
Indeed, absolutely.
Like,
that should be a shirt now for me. Like, have me. You know how they have the old base shirts, right? The old base shirts, whatever.
Yeah.
Have my face to say absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hey,
it is what it is.
Pro Wrestling Tees, if you're listening right now, give you an idea.
Make it rain.
Up there.
Make it rain.
I got child support to pay, but that's my point, folks.
Oh, you might want to. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, and I don't know if you wanted to bring it up earlier.
Fine, why not? You know, there's a reason why. And again, I know we're random here, but it is what it is. What do you guys should know about if we do the shows live? We're random as fuck. Okay? I think that's a strong point as well. But there's a reason why we didn't promote TRN, the Talking Wrestling Network. Connor explained this, I think, literally yesterday on this OK Random Wrestling podcast, where he discussed what's going on with TRN. And now it's my turn, I guess, right? What's going on with TRN? What's going on?
It's yours.
Oh, yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, TRN, the YouTube channel, got suspended last week over a misleading title. And the suspension led to termination. So now, as we speak, TRN is no more. And
at least right now.
Exactly.
In theory.
Exactly.
Made me tear up a little bit.
Oh, me too. Fuck yeah. I mean, it's sad, you know?
No, it really is, though.
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
Of course it is. You know. But what can we do? Nothing pretty much.
I don't know the specifics around it, and it's not really. I don't think it's either myself or Steven's place to kind of, dive into it, because at least for me, I don't know the whole story. I know bits and pieces, but I don't want to, get too involved. But the account has been terminated, at least for now. Whether or not it comes back is a whole other story. I know Alex Carter, the founder president, is trying to get it appealed. So fingers crossed.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, I mean, we'll hope. I mean, we don't. That's the other thing too, is that we may joke and we may kid. Alex and Chad and others put a lot of time, energy, and effort as well.
They did.
So we don't want it to fail. We don't want it to see it go down like this.
Indeed.
So
we want it to grow. We want it to come back from the dead, if you will.
Yeah, it was growing too, and it's unfortunate.
Just hit like 500, right?
Yeah.
It was about to be at 600 almost.
Fuck, and it's just like that.
Not bad for under a year.
Took it away.
Exactly. Shit. And I've been there before. I know how it is to get your channel suspended, get your channel terminated. I know what it's like. It's no fun whatsoever, especially if you're a content creator. Because one thing is being a viewer. If your viewer is like, oh, you know what, you can make a new channel, get it back. No, but that fucking shit takes work.
Yeah, it takes some effort.
A lot of you fail to realize that, I think. But, what can we do here, But overall, we hope Tierra comes back better than ever. All right?
Amen to that.
Yeah, indeed. As well. But if you want to follow him on Twitter, follow him at Talking Wrestling. Just saying. But yeah, now let's get into the Rumble. Coming up this Sunday on the WWE Network for the first time, actually, live from the Wells Fargo Center.
For how much?
For $9.99 on the WWE Network. Live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Hey,
What were they thinking?
I will gladly pay you on Tuesday for a pay-per-view today.
They went to Pittsburgh last year, and why did they think it was a smart idea to go to Philly this year?
I have no idea. Speaking of Philadelphia, apparently there have been reports that WrestleMania 33.
Yeah, I think this time Philly won't screw this up. I
heard-
don't know how you could do it.
So Knowledge of Wrestling, if they do it, right, are you going to wear your Giants jersey?
Oh, yeah, I think the Giants will be better than the Eagles by that time. Hopefully.
I heard us in Boston might get it. They
Oh,
haven't-
that'd be cool, too.
Gillette Stadium?
Or FedEx. No, not FedEx. What am I talking about? Fenway Park.
It would probably it would have to be Gillette. Fenway would.
Yeah, Gillette's the bigger
It
stadium.
would have to be. And considering that they are looking to open casino, they actually got bills approved. It's been a big debate going up and down up in here to get casinos in the Gillette area, like almost right next door. So I wouldn't.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it'd be huge revenue for them. That's the rumor, but we're not sure. We're not sure. See, I can't talk. Not sure for sure. Can't talk.
There you go. Not sure for sure. But yes, this Rumble, though, guys, coming up. The card, I'm going to be honest, is a lot of tag team matches here.
Not the same as one-on-one.
Teddy Long is loving this.
Yeah, indeed. Teddy Long out there going, holla, 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 player.
Actually, just saw that showed Teddy Long with Vince McMahon and said tag matches everywhere.
Yeah, indeed. So we had the pre-show here, the New Day, Big E, Kofi, and Xavier was. By the way, the Royal Rumble, the only show where Kofi Kingston is fucking relevant. Let's be honest here. It's a new day. It's a new day.
He gets over by getting out.
Yeah, I think Connor, you talked about this earlier about kayfabe news doing an article where they say that Kofi's like going to be amputated this year, so that he won't get eliminated or whatever.
I love if you check out my Facebook fan page, which is facebook.com/okfabeisback, I will post not only my stuff, but I'll post anything funny or just random. And I encourage anyone who likes the page to do the same too. It's an open forum kind of deal. And I randomly will post. I almost always post everything Kayfabe News does. It's fucking hilarious. But then they're like, well, wait, if you amputate the legs and you just throw the legs out, that means he's eliminated. Or better yet, get Zach Gowen. Think about this, right? Think about this in theory. If Zach Gowen comes in, he takes off his prosthetic leg and puts it around the turnbuckle, right? People forget it's there. He goes and he gets eliminated. He gets tossed over the top rope. Technically, both feet did not hit the floor. He just waddles, just gets back up, dusts himself off, grabs the leg, pops back on, and walks right back in. Boom.
Pretty much.
Hell, you can even use it as a weapon.
Done. What an upset.
What an upset, guys. What an upset.
And
But
he went on to win the world title for Brock
I'm
Lesnar.
gonna go here, guys, with the New Day. I would love to see Kid Cesaro do it, but honestly, I don't see it anymore.
I think the crowd's gonna boo
Mind
this.
you,
if that happens.
I'm a Cesaro fan, but come on, let's be real here.
Yeah, they're burying him. But I feel like, actually, I was going high.
I know he will not go to TNA. And you guys out there saying,
No,
"Oh, he can go
I'm
to
not saying- I
TNA."
don't know.
Keep dreaming.
I think he should leave, but
He should leave. I think go to New Japan.
go somewhere like you're gonna, go somewhere respectful. Not let me stop.
Japan?
But just go somewhere, yeah, like New Japan. I think New Japan would be the best option, honestly.
Yeah, imagine him and Okada going at it. Fuck.
Yeah.
Bring him back to
Bushi. Nah, I mean, my thing is this, right? If you're someone like, Cesaro, you shouldn't go back, to Ring of Honor. If
Why?
anything, I get it. Yeah, Ring of Honor right now needs star power too. But my thing is, if you're Cesaro, you got to go to the next big thing, and that is obviously New Japan right now. Think about it. Imagine Cesaro versus Ibushi, Cesaro versus Makabe, or Cesaro versus Ishii. Holy shit,
what about Lucha Underground?
that could work too. Small appearances then and there, but
I forgot Morrison was there.
Johnny Mundo.
Johnny Mundo. But I think Cesaro, I don't know. He's just gonna stay there, I guess, for a while and
He would go back to
keep
Chicago too.
keep losing.
Not too.
New
But
Day.
yeah. After this, we have the New Age Outlaws versus the Ascension in a tag team match. What do you know? Another tag team match, right? I'll be honest here. What makes sense is to have the Ascension win, but I wouldn't be surprised if the New Age Outlaws end up winning because again, it's WWE here,
There's no reasoning behind making the New Age Outlaws win. None. There's zero reason why. I'm serious. There's no reason why they need to win. If you do this whole thing and New Age Outlaw wins, it's like, well, fuck. Now what?
Exactly.
Literally. Christopher Daniels did a shoot interview about his like 50 bajillionth rivalry with AJ Styles on in TNA, like the last one, and he says, we're gonna have AJ beat you in the first match, clean. And then he complained. He's like, well, I'm not complaining because I don't want AJ to win. It's the fact of if he beats me clean right off the bat, where the fuck's the story? Where do we go from there?
Exactly.
And that's exactly how I kind of feel about this. Rumor has it that if the match is well received between Ascension and New Age Outlaws, as the guests behind Walter's door are saying, they will probably do APA versus Ascension at Fastlane. Is it called in February now? Not Chamber, whatever the fuck the pay-per-view is called now. So that would be intriguing, especially where I kind of got into when JBL was giving them the business on the mic. I'm not gonna lie. Steve pissed off, was like, oh, I remember the glory days when he kicks Mexicans out of Texas. That was great.
That was funny. That was hilarious to me.
Hilarious. Yeah, let's go back.
Go back to Mexico. Go back to Mexico. Tell them the JBL and the beard stopped them and shit like that. I remember that.
And then the next day he's like, and then the next segment he's at like a fucking spa.
Yep.
But yeah, if they give up, I mean, I'll know when they give up on the Ascension based on this match. It's either Ascension, if they don't win, I don't know what happens next. Probably they're really trying to bury them, but I think now. They got a good segment on Raw last week. Last Monday. There's no reason to, have them job.
I agree 100% with that. I really do. But we'll see what happens. But again, I don't trust the people in their creative team. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
It's like we're now wrestling right now. All these promotions like WWE, I'm sure even TNA to an extent as well. They have so many people behind the scenes and creatives. Like we talked about, I think on the first episode, on the first recorded episodes, if you will. It's like a kitchen. You have too many cooks, and there's so many ideas. And you don't have that one idea that you're going to stick with. And there's a lot of egos involved as well that are not, they'll say, okay, but deep down, like they're fucking mad that their idea is not going to be chosen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I also think
that I get.
Yeah. Well, I think, too, that they don't have, I think that most of the time they don't have long-term plans either, which is another big setback. I think WWE goes more month to month than people realize.
I think Punk even said on Kamada's podcast, McMahon's only obsession was next for Cena. And I can see that. I can agree with him on that.
Yeah. But you also can't be the Cena show. It can't. You need to be able to develop everybody properly. And I think they don't. I think they go more month to month than people realize. True, they have like theories and kind of like penciled in for usually Mania and SummerSlam are usually the two big that they like pencil things in for. But I think they do a lot more shit on the fly. Well, at least better than fucking Nitro did from what I hear. Jesus Christ. That was a whole different story. But I think that's one of the biggest problems is that they don't have any like long-term plans. Like shit, I think you're right. Punk said on his podcast, he's like, okay, you're gonna wrestle Taker Mania. Well, then what? I don't know. What do you want to do?
They don't have plans.
Or Brock, when you wrestle Brock, all right, but is Brock gonna be here the next night? No. Shit like that, and I can understand, but. Again, we'll see what happens here. Next match we have is the Bella Twins versus Natalya and Paige. Pretty much just to fill up for Total Divas.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out where that match just came from.
Random tag team match.
Random tag.
That
You gotta
probably
have
has no
fillers,
point.
you know. You gotta have fillers, you know. You
You
gotta
got
have those fillers.
Natty and Paige probably win because the title's on the line. And I don't know what else to say.
This would be a perfect opportunity for Bree to turn on Nikki.
Oh, yeah.
I do agree with that.
They're eventually going to have that Bella versus Bella at Mania, so.
I think that would make the most sense because we never got a legit reason as to why.
I know.
Like, you know that thing about Nikki Sayo is dead in the womb, and you know, that's fine. It's just sibling rivalry. Like,
Indeed.
the fuck.
Absolutely. But I'm gonna go here with Natalia and Paige.
Yeah, I mean, well, like Walter said, if there's no title on the line, there's really no reason why. Really no reason why they should really be over.
Indeed.
So.
You see, I'm saying indeed now, huh?
Indeed. Absolutely.
Kai and Tai.
Indeed.
Well, no one cares about the lower card, that's why. We care about two matches. Well, mostly one, but.
Yeah. After this, we have Mizdow and Miz. You know
Oh.
I'm saying Mizdow first, right? Mizdow.
Mizdow and
Mizdow and Miz
Oh,
versus
that's
the Uso for the tag titles. Again.
Again.
Fuck.
This is got to be the
climax where the split happens.
I hope it better happen, because I'm tired of this thing. Like, Stun Double was cool for a couple months. Now it's time to end it. Get Mizdow. Miz turn, whatever. But the Usos will probably retain here.
Well, considering they're probably gonna split Miz and Mizdow really soon, like pretty damn soon. Like I think they even teased it on SmackDown.
They did, yeah. They had. I didn't watch SmackDown today, but I saw some clips of it. They had the Usos backstage with Mizdow saying, "Hey, listen, man, so when Mick goes over the top rope, are you gonna go too? It's your chance to be a star, like." Whew.
Yeah, that'd be really dumb if Mizdow really goes over the top rope.
Right.
Let him be X. What is it? How did he say it? X-Pac Dow or whatever. X-Dow.
That was cool.
That was hilarious.
Indeed, yeah. Absolutely. There I go again. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like, indeed, absolutely.
Indeed. Absolutely.
Yeah. Indeed.
I think this is a fucking
absolutely
drunk by now.
Oh yeah. We should do like a drunk show one time, like IT, like in the rope show, like just a drunk show.
I talked about that in one of the podcast episodes that I did, and I don't know how you guys are functioning right now. They're like Matt from the show is like, dude, I don't remember that one at all. I don't remember a thing.
I think what it is, like, when you drink so much, like, you already are used to it already. Like, you just, like, all right, what's next? Keep on bringing it. That's why if I would have a drink contest, I'd probably lose. Like, fuck this. It'd probably be all of us combined. Like, fuck it.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if the other thing was involved, though, if the Mary Jane that was involved, then that'd be another story. Hey.
I'd probably be gone. I'd be trying to fly out the fucking window.
But again, hey, listen, guys. So all you fans out there, listen. If you are in the zone in that extent, if you want something entertainment when you're high, PWG.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna pull out something else.
I thought he was gonna pull out.
Or what Connor said last week, Kaiju Big House, whatever, right?
God, Kaiju Big Battle is the funniest shit I've seen.
A waffle. A fucking waffle.
Yep. Dude,
waffle.
Those of you who don't know what Kaiju Big Battle is, okay, it's legitimately all it is just grown men in these like ridiculous, like almost Godzilla-like costumes, kind of like mascots, but they're random as shit. But the thing is, you think like, oh, they're just gonna stick them in and they're gonna like fight. No, they actually legitimately try to wrestle. Like I saw, like I think it was like a chicken fighting an octopus, and they were trying to put him in the figure four leg lock, but they didn't know what to do with the extra tentacles. It was the funniest fucking thing. It was the
wow.
It's random shit and it's hilarious. The Gavin Loudspeaker, who's the ring announcer for Chikara, I think either is the creator or like co-founder or something of that. And he told me about it at one of the Chikara shows, and I've been hooked. It's such random shit. Sometimes they'll put buildings in the ring. Just watch it. It's a fucking train wreck, but it's enjoyable every minute of it.
Indeed, I gotta check that out. I mean, I watched. I think for WrestleMania week, I think I saw like a clip of it.
Yeah. Funny ass shit though.
Indeed.
Dude, we gotta do that drink. We're gonna make that a drinking game.
Indeed.
Indeed.
We're gonna fucking make it trash. Like we're into the second match, and like I can't. I'm gonna puke.
I'm gonna puke.
He's gonna puke.
American Alpha commented here. Kofi Kingston is only relevant during the Royal Rumble. Fact. Of course. You know? That is, we have what many people would say the championship match. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena versus Seth Rollins. Okay. Here's my take on this. To me, Brock should retain. To me, the payoff should be Brock losing at Mania. In my opinion. But a part of me says that at the end of it all...
Oh, what?
And... which I'll get into later. If we get to talk about the Rumble match.
Oh no! If that happens,
a lot of people say, oh, what about Rollins? I mean, Rollins can still have the briefcase, though. I mean, in all honesty, I would rather see Rollins cash in at Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
honestly.
Well, no one's done it before, though. No one's done the cash in at Mania.
It should happen at Mania, yeah. But I just think Lesnar should be the only guy to win. No one else.
He should be.
Seth Rollins, it'd be cool. He's the second option. But Cena's the last guy I want to fucking win. Come on.
I mean, you gotta think about it. They're hyping it up as the final battle, Cena's redemption.
But Rollins is in this.
Yeah, but you gotta remember too, though. Rollins has the briefcase, so what's the use of winning the title?
It's not like they're 1-on-1. It's like a triple threat.
Exactly, but I'm telling you though is Rollins has the briefcase. So what use would it be for him to win the championship while he still had the briefcase?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Maybe he'll cash in after the match. That's what I see. That's a possibility.
It could be.
Lesnar should win. I really don't want to see Cena win. It just doesn't make sense.
The thing I can see logically is I can see Cena winning with Rollins cashing in immediately after.
I guess if that.
However, if I was if I wanted to protect like the long term, of WWE like they should be, I would keep the belt on Brock to create that new star that beats him at WrestleMania 31. The reason I say that is because that way you have a fantasy mega match in your back pocket. John Cena versus the guy who beat Brock Lesnar for the title at WrestleMania, whomever that may be. Plus, you have to remember it's a triple threat, which means no disqualification. So
Brock doesn't have to be pinned to lose the belt.
I'm expecting a run-in.
That's what's scary about this,
Yep.
Anyone can win it.
I don't think Rollins is going to win it. There's no reason for Rollins to win. I think if he does walk out with the championship, it's a cash in.
It's going to be a cash. There's no
However,
there's Cena or Lesnar wins legitimately.
Honestly, one thing I'd love to have done, and I theorized this, and this is just an idea I pitched to fantasy booking, is I suggested a double cash in at next year's Money in the Bank. So what you have happen is, let's say Rollins keeps it, right? Let's just say, I'm going to throw a name out there, Dolph Ziggler wins the Money in the Bank this year, right? I'm just throwing a name out there.
Yeah.
So you have the champion, let's say it's Cena. I'm just throwing names out there. So Cena defends the title against whoever he's defending it against. Ziggler comes in and cashes in the Money in the Bank and beats John Cena to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Immediately after that, Seth Rollins cashes in on Ziggler and wins the belt.
Wow.
Boom. Because technically he still has until midnight because it's a 1-year deal.
Boom. Romance. Boom.
You have a triple threat or a fatal 4-way built up for SummerSlam.
Could be.
That'll be crazy if
Someone should hire Mr. Connor Morgan, aka OK Fate for WWE Creative.
Tell me that wouldn't be an interesting idea.
I'd
Hey,
hire
man.
you.
But I think they should have at least one cash
Move
in at
over, Gabe
Mania
Sapolsky.
eventually.
Move over.
That'd be cool too.
I can't touch Gabe. Gabe's got good shit. Gabe's got
Move over, Gabe. At least run Evolve. At least take over Evolve. He can still keep dragging. He can still keep CC'd up.
I've booked before.
For Evolve?
No. I've booked for indie shows though. At least three or four indie promotions. I've not anything major, mind you, but I've written their shows.
You know what I found funny though? I've been watching some indie shows on the internet too, whatever, right? The idea of the wrestling canvas being like a plastic bag.
What?
You notice that, right? There's some shows out there, right?
Yeah.
That the canvas of the ring is like made out of plastic bag. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's so weird. That's so
It's
bad.
like, it's what they do, right? It's like, I'm sure it's canvas, but they use like black, construction bag, whatever.
Yeah. So that doesn't stain.
I'm like, what the, like, what?
Yeah.
No.
That's around the point, folks.
Around the point, folks. That's around the point.
Double cash into Mania or Money in the Bank. That's what I'm hoping for. That's not gonna happen, but that would be intriguing as shit.
I know, right? Imagine. Now we get to the final match of the Rumble, the Royal Rumble match. Here's the thing with the Rumble. I think it's one of those things where who we want to see win, who is likely to win. And this is just like last year. Who should win the Rumble is Daniel Bryan. That's my belief.
I was gonna say Fandango, but okay.
That too. Hey, Fandango can win too. Why not, right? Let him hide under the ring and come out, Another thing about who is likely to win is Roman Reigns, my boy Cockfist. He's gonna win that. Yes, I mean, you can just tell it is. I mean, apparently today someone leaked a billboard. I don't know what it was, but of Roman Reigns and Brock together with a WrestleMania 31 logo.
Yeah, that shit's fake.
Yeah.
I know, but just to think though, like, wait a minute.
Well, but it might happen actually.
Shit, that's a good job.
Even the same billboard with Vince McMahon and Dixie Carter, WrestleMania logo, the first ever intergender WrestleMania match. Just imagine that.
TNA contract, TNA purchase on the pole match.
Oh, come on, hey, ooh.
What the fuck?
That's below the belt, bro. That's below the belt.
No, you put TNA's picture up on the pole.
That too.
I don't think they would do that.
Have the whole X Division come out and just try to. They bring out Shark Boy. They bring out Tigre Uno. They bring out Shark Boy. They bring out Eric Young dressed as Super Eric.
I don't care who you are. I love Shark Boy. I thought the Shark Boy gimmick was fantastic.
Oh shit! Yeah. Now, if you watch the video with Spud, he impersonated Shark Boy. He actually got the voice on point.
Yeah.
Mind you, he's British. He's Brit, and he got the Shark Boy voice. And it was 14 years ago. Oh shit! Yeah, but it was funny though. But back to this Rumble though. That's how I see happening though. I think Bryan should win. Roman is good likely to win. And who I think is the dark horse in this situation, either Dean Ambrose or Dolph Ziggler.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't be opposed to Ziggler.
I can't believe you didn't say this. I'm surprised.
Bray Wyatt?
No, man.
Cesaro?
This guy hasn't been in the WWE for I don't know how long. But
The Big Show?
But the Authority took his ass out, and it's
Who?
we haven't seen him. He's been on dark matches.
Oh, Randy Orton?
Yes, that guy.
Come on,
He
really?
is definitely
I think
a
if anything,
possibility.
the plan for Mania was going to be probably Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins.
No, but you can't just throw him out of the mix. He's top 5 to win. One of the top 5. I don't know who really is going to win. It's so hard to tell because WWE fucked this up.
I don't think he'll win, but I think that he'll get down to the final four.
Yeah.
Is Rusev.
But I just don't know who could win this.
By the way, this episode is sponsored by, once again, absolutely no one. However, if you're someone out there, if you want to get something out there, let us know and we'll put you out there. We'll put you in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. At the end of the day...
I love how we just did all the visual cues for that entire promo you just gave.
Yep. At the end of the day, I think they're going to go with their initial plan, Roman Reigns, because I just can't see who else.
Despite the promos, Reigns is their star.
Yeah.
Yep, he is. Whether you like it or not, he is the guy.
What he did on Raw was the best thing he's ever done, because he didn't cut a promo. He just went there and kicked ass.
They've said it in like they did a Shield. They did like a history of the mini history of the Shield before SummerSlam this year, because it was Rollins versus Ambrose in the lumberjack match and Roman Reigns, and they basically kind of like said, "Wow." I think Joey Mercury's exact words were, "Wow, one day we're gonna hitch our wagon to you," referring to Reigns. So I think that even with the lack of mic skills, my money's on him. As much as Daniel Bryan fans want that, I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins with the briefcase on the line at Mania.
That could be cool too. Yeah, Daniel Bryan fans gotta chill. Come on, man. This guy had his Mania moment already. Just if he doesn't win, relax.
My thing is this, though, in all honesty, you got to remember too, Bryan is coming back with an already built storyline.
Kind of.
And people, to his credit, they're still chanting yes. They're still chanting his name. And Daniel Bryan is for the people. And that's what the people want. They want to see Daniel Bryan once again do it again. Now, honestly, I think even if he is the one to win the Rumble, WrestleMania 30 is better than 31. His championship win, let's put it that way. In my opinion, come on, there's no other way you can do it. He beat Triple H, and then, injured and all, he won the championship in the triple threat match. You can't script it any better way.
No, but I think that now that Bryan's back, I think that Daniel Bryan, and I've said this a lot, in terms of, now obviously it's not the same in terms of physicality, but I think that in terms of the way that they're booking him, being the voice of the people and yet the smaller underdog wrestler, I think they're booking him a lot like they did with Rey Mysterio. You know what I mean? Like
much.
Where like he won the big one,
yeah,
WrestleMania, and now he's kind of like that like credible-ish champion. You know what I mean? It's like that weird middle ground. Kind of like Ziggler-ish, where he's already won the big one, but yet he's still relatively important, but yet not that important. It's a weird like. It's wrestling limbo. It's main event wrestling limbo is what it is.
It's crazy how people are really putting Ziggler as like a top 3 candidate to win the Rumble. Like, why?
Did you guys hear his jab at CM Punk today on SmackDown?
Who, Ziggler?
Yeah.
I didn't watch SmackDown, but
I mean, it's not really him saying it; it's the company telling him to say it. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll check it out later.
Why would it take you so long to even say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But yeah, you could tell because they kind of like they did this whole long promo and all that crap. And
how about Ryback? So we're throwing Ziggler's name, but we can't throw Ryback's name. At least once.
Which, guys, before we move on here, I'm going to promote a podcast coming up here. If you're into comic books, comic book talks and all of that, go check out Different Panel Podcast, available on the YouTube channel at Durga Burgers. Yes, a random name as it is, Durga Burgers. I'll have a link down below in the description. Go check them out. Kind of funny name, but hey, never judge a book by its cover, guys. Remember that.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm.
And also check out OK Fabe's Random Wrestling Podcast as well.
Yeah.
Buy a T-shirt. Buy a T-shirt at www.okfabe spreadshirt.com/okfabe, right? There you
okfabe.spreadshirt.com.
go. There you go.
All good, man.
I apologize. I keep,
Best
literally.
the best way to get all my stuff in one area is check out the WordPress site, because the WordPress
site.
here it is, okfabeforever.wordpress.com. That has all my links to everything. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything. A Patreon, Amazon, Spreadshirt, all the links for everything that
We gotta get on Amazon.
Yep.
Amazon, if you're watching right now. Amazon, if you're watching, call us.
Amazon's gonna be watching.
You'd be surprised. You never know, man.
Oh
That's
god.
I don't think they watch my shit.
Apparently, they want Connor shit. So why can't? Then again, it's Connor, of course. It's okay, Fabe. It's okay, Fabe.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, but let's move on here, guys. Now, again, the Rumble. We'll see who wins here, but I'm expecting it to be a good show. But then again, you gotta think about it too, though. It's Philadelphia. If Reigns wins, just imagine the massive boost he's gonna get.
Well, too bad. They know it's a smarky crowd, and then the next day it'll all go away.
Yeah, but Philly's pretty vocal.
Yeah.
And
You think New York is bad? Philly's
Nah,
worse.
Oh yes, that is something else, man.
Boston can be, but they're not as bad as.
Nah,
Boston. Oh, Boston, yeah.
Philly.
Boston.
They love their indie guys too much.
We love our
It's
heroes.
not a bad thing, but that's the place where the guy. Well, Dan Bryan's over everywhere now, but guys like Ziggler specifically is where he's most over at in Philly or someplace like New York or something.
Yeah. We're now gonna get into Raw here.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get into Raw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dig it, Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Elizabeth, don't leave the house now. Okay, got 6 TV dinners in the fridge. Oh yeah. You stay put. Oh yeah. Dig it.
Because I am the queen of the crop. Yeah, that was my favorite promo of all.
I heard a podcast. I think it was Solomon Monster. He said that what they should do, right, to receive, who should receive Macho Man's award, is have Jay Lethal come out as Black Machismo,
Yeah.
right? Have him come out as Black Machismo, right?
Yeah.
In his WrestleMania 7 year, whatever, receive the award.
Jeez,
Imagine.
If it wasn't such a serious thing, I'd be all for it. But
Or if not, you think about it too, though. We live in the world that's full of technology, right?
Mm.
A couple years ago, Tupac Shakur had a concert, apparently, hologram, right?
Yeah.
yeah, what the fuck was that?
Can you
That was
imagine
pretty
if they were to
cool.
do that for Macho Man, a hologram
If
of
they
Macho Man?
if they paid the money to do it, oh shit.
Can you imagine if we had a hologram of the Macho Man Randy Savage
I
on
think they should do
the Hall of
something
Fame?
like that.
Think
But
about it, right? They tried a hologram for Bray Wyatt and it failed miserably.
yeah, I didn't get that. Well, if that failed, they're probably scared that the Randy Savage one won't come out good.
Yeah. But anywho, Raw. This was the go-home show to the Rumble. It was the Legends show. Your product is not in good shape when you bring back the Legends and they literally save your show.
Yeah, everyone praised the show, but you're not gonna get a lot of shows like this. So
But I don't
Yeah.
think.
that part.
I don't think. I think part of it was the legends, but part of it was the ending.
Yeah,
That
more
too.
the ending.
Yeah.
But then again, you can't say a show was good based off an ending, though. You really can't.
No, I think it was good just because of the Legends itself and the ending. Obviously, I don't. But the only bad parts were the stupid matches like the Miz, and Usos, and the Divas match, and
Yeah.
the random Rusev match. Pretty much.
Yeah, Rusev versus fucking R-Truth, and R-Truth saying, "Whoop, there it
He
is.
jobbed on his
Whoop,
fucking
there it
birthday.
is.
His company's fucking.
Whoop, there it is."
How you gonna make R-Truth job on his birthday?
Hey, man, WWE, they don't give a fuck.
Happy birthday to 1, 2, 3.
You know this by now, bro. You should know this by now. This
Well, of
company.
course, they don't care about that specific color.
Blame it on Jimmy.
Ooh, Walter, that's not nice to say, bro.
Hey man, I'm pretty sure we never had a champion with that color, not counting The Rock.
Booker T.
No, we're talking about the main title, not the world title.
Damn, what's about to get us in trouble, bro?
Hey, man, I'm just saying, why did they?
Save that for next month, bro. What's the matter?
Why did R-Truth job on his birthday?
Can't deal with this. I'm out.
His fucking birthday. I'm sorry. You don't
The
do
views
that.
and knowledge did not affect or express the views of the Team Heel podcast, all right?
Hey, man, I'm not the only one who feels like this. This is BS. R-Truth job on his birthday. That's my main problem. I don't care about the rest of what I said, but R-Truth jobbed.
He jobbed, all right, he did. But what do you expect? You know, you get what you get. We've had the return of the NWO. They were in the ring. Out comes the Ascension. It's funny, Kevin Nash like, we're the reason why a lot of things are happening in WWE. Why the WWE had to change a lot of things, right?
That's just a tagline to get the Ascension out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Seriously, like there were some times where like I went back and analyzed promos to the point where I overanalyzed them. It's like, how dare they say this and how dare they say that? And I'm like, well, wait, they basically just did that to feed the people they're gonna talk about a line. Apparently, this happens a lot more in wrestling than I fucking took notice of.
Richard Lane just commented here. Maybe all three of you guys should stop worrying about sponsors and focus on bringing better quality content to the viewers.
We only spent like 10 seconds on the sponsors.
I know, but we're just fucking around with sponsors. We're just fucking around at the end of the day. Real talk on some real shit. I don't give a fuck if I get sponsored or not. I don't give a fuck. So, Mr. Lane, and I say this respectfully, I don't know who you are. I appreciate your concern, but I'm telling you right now, I don't give a flying fuck about a motherfucking sponsor.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the Raw now. We're talking about the Royal Rumble more. I don't know where the sponsors. I mean, we only talked about it for like a good minute. That's it.
Exactly. But that's that.
Absolutely.
That's my line.
Well, you didn't say.
Absolutely. What happened now?
Yeah, so Daniel Bryan faced Bray Wyatt.
That surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah, give me like a good match on free TV.
Yeah. To my understanding, Bray won here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bray
won
here. Okay. We had the Legends panel. We had Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, and Hogan. The same panel from like literally a couple of months ago. Remember for Hell in a Cell?
Yeah. What was that?
No, Night of Champions. They go Night of Champions. The same panel, and it pretty much, it's funny because at a moment there, Michaels and Hogan were about to go at. Oh, you see, we've been having this from a while back, and it's like they were about to go, but they didn't. And then out comes the Big Show.
If Bret Hart was on the panel, he would rate that 4 out of 10.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Out comes the Big Show, right? And the Big Show said he calls all of them washed up has-beens. I remember I beat you, then I beat you, then I, you don't never like me, whatever. Then he punched Ric Flair and then the show.
Ric Flair, he was awesome in this segment, by the way.
He was.
He
was drunk, but he's probably drunk.
Flair will do anything. Flair will do anything for the business. Anything. They were talking about how, like, I remember watching the Four Horsemen DVD and how, like, Flair, like, they said, like, Mean Gene was like, the creative would tell Ric Flair, would you be willing to do A, B, and C, and, all these embarrassing, degrading, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, but people remember that shit. So Flair will do anything. Hey, Flair, we're thinking about lighting you on fire, but putting you out with a pile of dog shit.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's exactly how he would come across that. He cares so much about the business and loves it. He'll take a punch from Big Show, which God bless him. Would you take a punch from the Big Show?
Hey,
I mean,
why not? Why not, right? Why not? Yeah, again, me Raw was like, you know what I mean? Do you guys want to jump in here on what happened on Raw?
I mean, the NWO reunion was cool.
Yep.
And then the APA reunion with JBL. They beat up the Ascension.
Maybe
And what else? The Click backstage.
that was funny. With
That was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
with X-Dow, or whatever the hell they called him. By the way, with JBL's clothesline from hell, I don't care what you say, he's still got the stiffest fucking clothesline.
Yeah, that's crazy. They just a little over that, but
Indeed.
what else happened? I think that was it.
And then the ending, you know.
And ending. Yep.
Okay, the ending, of course. But yeah, it was probably Cena in a match in order for him to reinstate, I believe it was obviously Ziggler, Ryback, and I think Rowan.
Yep.
But he didn't know who he was going to face. And if he lost, I think he would also lose a spot in the Rumble, both for the title match, right?
Yeah, the stipulation was it was a 3-on-1 handicap match. Big Show, Kane, and Rollins against Cena. And if Cena lost, he was out of the title picture. But if he won, Rowan, Ryback, and Ziggler were all reinstated.
Interesting.
I kind of figured that maybe they might. I thought they were just going to show like a picture of Sting or play his entrance music or whatever have you. But shit, he showed up.
He showed up.
History in the making.
Here's my take with this, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You watched Survivor Series a couple months ago, right? It was Team Cena versus Team Authority. And in that match, they were about to win, but the Authority was about to win, and out comes Sting, right? And the referee stops the count, right?
Shit my pants too. I saw that entrance for the first time.
And on Raw, Sting comes out, the entrance is still happening, right?
Yep.
And the referee still counts for Cena when he's doing the 1, 2, 3 on Rollins.
Hashtag wrestling logic.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
You get the difference. You notice the difference, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a different ref or?
But the thing about it, though, was, what the fuck,
It's funny. Piper said something like this once. Remember him and Bret Hart at WrestleMania? What was it?
8.
God, 8. Was it 8?
Yeah, the Intercontinental match was WrestleMania 8.
Yeah. So how'd the match end? It ended with Piper putting Bret in the sleeper hold, and then Bret used his legs to push off the turnbuckle to pin him. Then the ref counted 1, 2, 3. Well, technically, the sleeper hold is an offensive move, so he should have checked Bret's arm first. But I digress. But yeah, the point being is that obviously, they obviously bent the rules a little bit, or at least bent the the nitty gritty of the details, because they just wanted to tell the story of Sting once again screwing the Authority. And as soon as that happened, with Triple H losing his shit, then we got the second little fun moment of the night, which was a very agitated Brock Lesnar.
Brock comes out, fucking does a double leg takedown on Seth Rollins. Beats the fuck out of him. Literally just beats the fuck out of him. And Big Show and Kane try to stop Brock, and come on.
The way he fucking tossed Big Show. Holy.
I mean, but the thing about it, though, we've seen that before, though. I mean,
it doesn't lose its.
I was there the first time he F5'd the Big Show,
That was-
Madison Square Garden, New York City, 2002 Survivor Series.
To me, but the way he F5'd him in this time was different. When you F5 him, you're supposed to kind of like bring him down with you, like side by side. He fucking tossed him like a fucking handmade pizza dough. Like he didn't. He fucking like, instead of going like down flat, he like, if you go back and watch, and he did this to him at the Rumble, I think too. He like tossed him and then like just threw him in the air. Like, no, that defies physics. No. No. Like, Big Show landed on his back on an F5. You don't land on your back on an F5. You land on the other side. So in order for that to happen, Big Show had to turn 180 degrees up in the fucking midair.
I think he did it before also last year's Rumble, though. He faced
Big
Brock.
Show. Yeah, he did. It's still mind blowing that he was able to not only lift him up and like shoot him off, but shoot him off at such an angle and a level that he had to like turn in the air.
Yeah, that F5 was really impressive. Last Monday.
I don't care if it was messy.
It was messy. It was messy.
Guys like Van Damme who can turn a 5-star frog splash in midair, okay, impressive. But considering his type and style and body weight and all that stuff, that's understandable. Brock Lesnar doing it at the Big Show doesn't that makes sense to me. That's fucking crazy.
Indeed. There I go again. Indeed. Ah!
Tisk tisk, sir.
Indeed. But that was Raw, guys. That was Raw. Again, you know, the old guy saved the show. Whoop, choose the fucking
Break out the walkers.
Yeah. Now, let's get some NXT, guys. I watched NXT this. Yes. I thought overall it was a fun episode. It was a fun episode. It kicks off with Regal announcing that there'll be a tournament to determine the new #1 contender for the NXT title.
NXT
and
King.
He also, what happened?
Kind of like an NXT King in the Ring.
Yeah, pretty much. And he also announced that Sasha Banks would be getting another title match against Charlotte for the NXT title. So, yeah. Show kicked off with Sami Zayn in the ring. He was I think Ty Dillinger. Beats the bricks out of him, throws him out of the ring, grabs a mic, calls out Kevin Owens. And Real comes out, it's like, what are you doing? This is not right. He's not going to get a title match and all that. And then he's like, listen, it doesn't have to be for the title, which I agree too. Doesn't have to be for the title, but let them fight. And then Real's like, all right, fine. You get him on the next NXT TakeOver show, February the 11th on the WWE Network for $9.99 in a non-title match. And next week is the official contract signing of this match.
A non-title match on their TakeOver show?
Who knows? Maybe it'll end up becoming a title match. Who knows, right?
It was already announced as a title match.
You never know.
That better not main event then.
So then we get our first what's it called? Tournament match. There you go. We get our first tournament match is Finn Balor versus Curtis. I thought it was a little fun little match. It didn't go that long, but it was a fun little match where Finn Balor got the win.
Of course. Yeah. Well, Curtis Axel got the win.
But again, just looking at Balor, that guy's already a star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I'm very glad that that Axel's back. Axel's in NXT. I think that he's a really good Raw talent that could really benefit. Kind of like how Tyson Kidd kind of did, and sort of Cesaro too. Plus, I just love his music. His music is so badass. But I digress. Oh, come on! You can't tell me that Curtis Axel's theme is not like one of the most manliest things that you've heard. In terms of just like the coming out with the Mr. Perfect remix and just fucking everything up. Anyway, but I think that having him and his style, which is obviously very similar to his father's, is a great asset to the roster because one has a little bit more main roster experience, but also can grow and develop and have some really good rivalries and really good matches. I would not mind seeing an Axel Balor or Axel Hitami, feud. I think that'd be. I'd watch that shit.
Me too. I really would as well. Absolutely. There I go again. Absolutely. Of course.
A tick.
There we go. After this, we had, I believe, the tag team match with the Vaudevillains versus what's this tag team name? Fuck. Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy. And guess what? The Vaudevillains lost. It seems like there's dissension there. There's a breakup there. It seems it's going to happen. And from what it looks like, they called out the Lucha Dragon for a tag team title match, and they accepted. So next week, tag team title match.
Tag team title match should be interesting. It's going to be kind of sad, but whatever.
You never know, bro. You never know.
I was curious where they were going to go with the team division after Ascension left. To be honest, I thought they were going to keep Balor and Itami a tag team.
Nah, their shit's going downhill, man. Sucks.
Yeah.
Crossed.
And then we had Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, which ended in a DQ. Becky Lynch got in the ring, attacked Charlotte, and Sasha Banks and Charlotte both went to attack. But then Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch went to attack Charlotte. Out comes Bailey out of nowhere, and Bailey clears the ring. She holds on to the NXT Women's title. She hands it over. Charlotte snatches the belt from her, and you see this furious rage in Bailey. And she goes in to hug her and then does the belly-to-belly suplex, and the crowd goes ape shit. So I guess you can say Bailey turned heel, or she's in that I don't give a fuck mode.
Probably
I
a little-
like it though.
I
bit-
dig it too.
Yeah.
I dig it. I think if anything, from what it looks like, at the next takeover, it's gonna be a fatal 4-way. Them three going out for the title.
That's
Before them going for the title.
They already announced it officially. It's going to be a 4-way at Take.
I think Bailey needs to win. Though Bailey needs to win,
Bailey?
dude.
Watch Becky Lynch win.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, if the plan is to bring Charlotte up soon, then that makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, Charlotte's not winning that match now. I mean, that'd be crazy if she does win it. But I just don't. I think we're gonna get a new champ. Either Sasha Banks or Bailey. Actually, those two are the favorites to me.
Do you get the main event? Today with Tommy versus Tyler Breeze.
It's kind of partly rooted for Tyler, but
I know. So Tommy got the win after making his comeback. Tyler Breeze threw a super kick that literally connected on Tommy. I thought it was it.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Indeed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you guys go again. Hashtag brand split.
Oh man.
Tyler Breeze. I mean,
Fresh man's not listening.
I think not listening. Yeah, I hope.
the guy wrestles like what? Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. But that was NXT, guys. Fun show. I enjoyed it. It's how wrestling should be, an hour to an extent. But yeah.
NXT should always be an hour except for the live shows.
TNA. Now, mind you, again, I didn't watch Impact yet, even though I was there. Knowledge Wrestling was there as well. So we know it happened, but we're not going to give you the results yet. If anything, we're going to talk about it this Saturday on Impact. We'll talk about it. So, yeah. But there's some news that I've read, if you will, regarding TNA. That I think is kind of funny. Okay? And mind you, for the record, I don't want people to assume that, I'm bashing TNA or I'm coming off like a TNA hater. Right? But I just think it's funny news. Okay? It's funny news at that. So, did you guys hear about this? I'm sure you heard about it regarding Victoria, at one time wanting to punch Dixie Carter.
Yeah.
God.
I got the article that you sent me, and apparently that she did this long. Well, I shouldn't say long, but she did an interview.
I'll read it for you guys if you want. I'll read it for you guys. It says here, while discussing her time in TNA, Marie told Raw. Apparently, this is from the latest podcast of the Ross Report, Jim Ross's podcast, pretty much. And she says, while discussing her time in TNA, Marie told Ross that she once spent $6,000 of her own money to promote a show they were going to do in Chicago, and did a lot of promotion for the show without being asked to do. She noted that she sent posters for the show. They didn't feature her. She noted that she was sent posters for the show. They didn't feature her, a local celebrity, but instead another woman featured on the show. When she spoke with Dixie about all the things she did to help the company, all Dixie said was, "Yeah, I heard." Later on, Marie stated that two people from the TNA offices sent an email to the roster telling them to promote another pizza place in the area. Veron's owns the Square Circle restaurant in Chicago as the best pizza they've ever had. Veron said when she found out about it, she blew up and told Bruce Pritchard, "The day I quit my job, I'm going to punch that C word in the face, referring to Dixie Pritchard. To Dixie Pritchard, Veron responded, "You'll be doing all of us a favor."
Ooh.
Veron also noted that the company was disorganized to the point she once learned she was booked to appear on a pay-per-view when it was announced on Twitter, but had no travel information for the show and hadn't even been informed she was booked.
Oh my god.
Now, again, listen, I mean, this is my take on it. For all we know, she could be talking out of her ass right now.
True.
Yeah, I was thinking that at first, but this is TNA we're talking about.
Yeah.
They're kind of known for doing shit like this. So I don't know, man. This could be believable at the same time.
I think that maybe it's believable, and I think it's true, with maybe a slight dash of embellishment.
Maybe she over exaggerated some parts, but I think the booking part about the Twitter thing could be real though. Something I don't know.
I can believe.
I agree.
That might be believable, but I don't know about anything else. It's kind of funny though.
Still interesting story though.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Apparently, also Dixie Carter did an interview with What Culture. Right, here are some of the highlights of the interview. All right, this is what they asked her, and this is what she responded. Okay, if TNA could ever challenge WWE like WCW did, and she wrote the following, and I quote: "Absolutely,
No. Absolutely.
Hold on. Let me read this first, then we'll
Yeah.
Absolutely, I think we can be. I think we can be in that position, or we wouldn't be in business today. We've gotten some exciting things on the horizons, and our television partners worldwide are really stepping up and are committed to growing our brand, and that's just a big part of it. I've heard this numerous times. I'm gonna be very honest. Okay. In the United States, we have 1 2-hour television show every week. And we want to be developing, that's very proper English, Dixie, I'm sorry. Okay? I'm going to read this part again. In the United States, we have 1 2-hour television show every week, and we want to be developing the programming and doing some exciting new strategic things to grow our company in ways we've never even had the opportunity to do in the past. So 2015 beyond looks very good for us. Here's my take on this, okay? The last thing you should be doing is trying to compete with WWE. Doesn't matter what promotion you are. I said it before and I'll say it again. The only way any wrestling promotion is going to compete with WWE is if you have a fatter checking account than Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Not only that,
and listen, those of you can say, "Oh, the wrestling," and I agree. Yes, TNA has better wrestling than WWE. But you got to remember, when you're on TV, wrestling is just a small fraction of what's important on a wrestling show on TV.
Right. Well, going back to what Dixie said too, I think that I don't think she could have competed on the same level as WCW because there's one major thing that WCW had that TNA does not, and that's Turner.
Exactly. I don't know where's the comparisons at. Like WCW was.
I think because
that was the company that was beating WWE.
I think because TNA, by default, is the number 2 promotion in America. We're talking America right now.
That's how sad the wrestling industry is. That TNA, I'm not trying to crap on TNA, but clearly, them and the WWE in terms of audience is really a big difference. At least with WWE, WCW, it was kind of close. TNA, if they had more money, could have been a different story. So.
Right. Now, I said this to Steven actually before we hopped on. A lot of people, and I did the same thing too. I rolled my eyes when Dixie said a lot of these things in the interview. But
it's just
right, true. But you have to also understand where she's coming from. She's the head of the company.
Yeah.
It's basically like what Vince did on Austin's podcast. He has to be very particular and very careful about what he says and how he says it. So she has to do the same thing, and she basically has to. And this is a funny way to say this: put over TNA as much as she can, as the best way she can. So
Hold up. Hold up. Who put in your head that a podcast needs to be an hour? It can be as long or as short as you want. I'm sorry, but do
What?
you have a podcast out there? Are you doing one, buddy?
Who wrote that? Is that the guy who's talking about
Richard
the
Lin, yeah,
sponsors?
Richard, yeah, same guy about the sponsors and shit. Listen, I'm gonna repeat this again. I see a lot of people do videos on YouTube, and they have a 2-minute video or what? Fuck, there's people who have fucking a 50-second video. They call it a podcast.
that's a little.
Exactly. So, buddy, unless you have some sources, buddy, then I think you're done.
I think what, and I'm just trying to be neutral here, Steven, and bear with me. I think that, yeah, I think Steven's saying about the hour thing is only because we, and I've seen the same thing too. I've seen a lot of people do shorter audio or shorter audio picture, whatever you want to call it, clips that have been under like 3 minutes, and they call themselves quote unquote podcasts. I like to think that a podcast is a much longer length of time. You're very true in the sense of, it can really be as long as you want. You're right, and it's not, there's no definition or like time limitation on podcasts. Completely true. But when you see and compare to other professional or more professional podcasts that have had long-term success, you generally, and I'm being, trying to be neutral, you generally see them at a much longer length than, say, 20 minutes. Are we saying that, a podcast should be an hour? No, but based off of the, I guess you could say, success rate of the ones that are out there that are, higher professional quality, have a much bigger fan base. I think one of the reasons is because of their length. You take a look at Austin's, JR's, Jericho's, Cabana's, a bunch of different other wrestling podcasts that are roughly around that length too. So I think that's what, and again, I'm not trying to speak on your behalf, Stephen. I think that's what you were going for. If I'm wrong, please.
To an extent, yes. To an extent.
So I completely agree with what he's saying.
But what gets me to people who complain are people who have no videos on their channels, who have 0 subscribers. They're basically a dead account with no picture whatsoever.
Yeah.
That is my thing.
Fair
you know
enough.
what I mean?
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
So yeah, I mean, that's that. That is that. But anywho, where were we here? Before we were rudely interrupted.
Dixie. Christ.
Exactly.
So, you have to understand that, like, Dixie's mind frame when going into any sort of public relation is the fact that she needs to put over TNA in any way, shape, or form she can. Whether it may be cliche or eye-rolling, whatever have you, she needs to make TNA look good, or at least, I'm not trying to say mean in this one. I'm not saying that TNA is failing, but put on the illusion that TNA is maybe doing better than it actually is. Whether or not it's the real case or not is a whole different story. But the point being is that you're going to get a lot of these answers that are kind of like, I can't really, like, cliche, like, oh yeah, we could do it. But at the end of the day, stealing from you, Steven, now, at the end of the day, her interest in her priority is TNA. So
that's what it should be.
Right.
It should not be trying to compete with WWE. Hell, it should not even be trying to compete with Ring of Honor at this point. Her objective should be, hey, you know what? I'm on a new network that, granted, not everybody has. Not everybody had Destination America. And, granted, you know what? She can try to get as many partnerships around the world. That's fine. I'm all for that. But the reality is, the one in America means much more than any other TV deal in England or in Japan or in Italy or in Canada, India. You get what I'm going with this almost to an extent? Like,
she should be focused on her programming, period.
Exactly. But the one in the U.S. means more because, hey, this is where you record most of your shows in the U.S. and you produce most of your shows in the U.S. and you distribute them from the U.S. to all these other markets, all these other countries out there.
Correct.
Yep.
They need a network, and
They got one,
they
but
got one. Not the best, but
No, but I think it's a step in
something.
the right direction.
Pretty much. It's gonna
Mhm.
start slow, basically downgrading, but at the same time, they had to. They had to rebuild because things with Spike was not working out.
Right.
what's your sources? This needs that it needs to be an hour. You aren't this big thing in podcasting. What 77 episodes and you barely know what you're doing. Well, again, we don't claim to be the shit now. You know what I mean? We don't claim to be fucking Russell Soup or fucking any other podcasters out there and shit. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was saying earlier, is that there's no sources. We're just basing it off of, I guess, if you really want to be serious, I guess the best thing we can, and the honest thing, at least for me anyway, and again, Stephen can correct me if I'm wrong, is just basing it off of the success rate of the ones that are out there that have the high profile success. Does it need to be an hour? No. It could be as long or as short as we want. You're right. But preferably, at least Stephen and I know I do the same thing too, is I'd like to keep it around an hour, because
Exactly.
that's based off of what I see as a successful podcast. So, again, try to be fair and neutral.
Exactly. That's that. I mean, if you feel like you know what you're doing, brother, then how about you start your own podcast then?
And no, we do not think we're this big thing. At least I know I don't, and I don't think Stephen thinks we're this big thing.
Exactly. We're not. I'm not. I don't think I'm Joe Rogan. I don't think I'm fucking Star Monster and shit. We're just guys here to talk about wrestling and shit, but we just love to mix it in numerous topics and shit. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Yeah, and even though I have quote unquote sponsors on mine, which I use with air quotations, even though you can't see them, I don't consider myself. I'm just a guy doing my thing. That's literally it. If you want to listen to the podcast, cool. If not, totally.
Exactly. If you're butthurt about what we're saying, then fucking hey, you know what? God gave you the fucking X button on top of the fucking screen, buddy. That's all you gotta do, bro. Hit the X button. It can be a fuck you and have a nice day.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Just killing the fun here. And,
Exactly. Jabronis like you who kill the fun, who, from what it looks like, have a dead account with no picture whatsoever, 0 subscribers.
it's probably
You
a
know,
YouTuber, but with a different account.
Probably, for all we know, it's probably that. But at the end of the day, they have no balls. Because, again, using a dead account to fucking complain and shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should make your own podcast. Maybe you should, try to work into this shit. But again, there's an X button right there, buddy. Moving on here. All right? Moving on here and shit. Let's see here. Dean asked her if she regrets losing AJ's daughter from TNA. And I quote, "Of course I regret it, and I miss it a lot. And I miss it. And I miss a lot of people who are no longer a part of our roster. But I think that's what's so great about our company is that hopefully at some point he will be back, and so will others. I think at this past year, I look at this past year with Matt Hardy returning and Loki returning, Rhino, and so many others. I think it makes for great TV when they come back. All the characters were so fresh, and besides, AJ was so synonymous with TNA, and to me, he'll always be part of our family."
No, I believe that.
I believe that too.
AJ
But honestly,
Styles.
though, but I think right now AJ is happy in New Japan. I think
Yeah.
he's happy in Ring of Honor or just doing indies. Period.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, she wants AJ back, but she probably knows that, AJ doesn't want to come back right now.
Yeah.
AJ Styles doing his thing, but, she's not going to forget about him, obviously.
Exactly.
Again, it goes back to the whole thing of being the best foot forward. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Right. Did it again.
There I go again. There I go again. Do I give a fuck? No, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. Her thoughts as she was about to go through a table. My head was a complete blank. Honestly, It was very surreal. I was in Los Angeles last week, and I was watching the video highlights, the highlight reel that Discovery had put together for Destination America. I was watching all different episodes, and the crazy thing that I had done last year, and I was looking at that person going, who is this laughs? And I see her about to be power bombed from the top rope through a table. To me today, it's so very surreal. I just tried not to think about it and try not to worry about it. Just do it. I feel like every single day I'd sit behind the cameras and watch in our company and our fans and our television show. I just felt like it's the least I could have done to show them how much I respect and what they do. Just a small way of saying thank you. I don't think I expect to break my back. I don't think I expected to break my back, but at least it makes for a good story now. Which again, I can agree with. Even though Bubba, the bully Ray's butt landed more on the table than anything, but that's around the point, folks.
That is around the point.
Yeah. In here. Okay. Her fantasy signing. I'd sign The Rock. I think he's a tremendous talent. He's a great actor. He can open a lot of doors for you. I've never met him, but I'm a big fan. And I think he's he's a super talented guy.
Yeah, fantasy sign. Never gonna happen.
I mean, no.
That's the freaking point of fantasy.
Exactly. That's my key word, fantasy. I'm not trying to shit on that. I'm just saying, fantasy. That's fine. That's a good fantasy sign.
Yeah. But I mean, Rock would be huge. And it's funny. I was thinking that in my head when I read this. If Rock signed to TNA, it would be the modern version of Hogan signing to WCW.
Indeed, it could be that too. Has to be that. But let's be honest. Do we see it happening though?
No.
I'll give them a 1% chance of that happening.
No, number one, TNA doesn't have the money to afford Rock. And number two, Rock's kind of obviously at this point, still a WWE loyalist. And with his schedule and everything, I doubt he would have the long-term time to be able to. I mean, he did do it for the WrestleManias, but different circumstances. So
he barely has time for WWE. He's not gonna have time for fucking TNA.
Indeed. But we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, we live in a world where we always say never, right?
This is true.
I mean, who to say that tomorrow? The Rock. Signs with TNA.
That'd be something special, but because The Rock likes TNA, that's what I could see.
Yeah.
But also, they probably would have spent. I don't know where they would get that money from, but.
Yeah, no kidding, right? All those Brownback specials.
Yeah. I mean, again, if you're excited something like The Rock, you would have to really, cut a lot of people just to make the first payment. But again, we're not shitting on TNA here. We're not, but it's reality,
Yeah.
Let's look at the comments here. Besides that, baseless troll now. By the way, bye-bye. But that's that.
Well, alas, gentlemen, I hate to cut this short, but I definitely need to get some shut-eye this evening.
All right, then, but hold up. Let me read the comment, then we're going to just shut it down.
Alrighty.
Okay, we're going to read the comments, and then we are out like Janet's titties. If you get what I'm saying. Didn't Awesome Kong say the same thing, kinda? But yet Kong came back. Although I somewhat believe Tara, it all comes down to money. If TNA offered Tara a large contract, she'd be back any second.
Most likely. But
I mean, it could be, but at the same time,
maybe
who's to say, right?
I don't know. I think shit really doesn't like TNA now, based off what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I mean, like we said, take the we're not saying she's a liar, but take it with, there's two sides to every story.
Of course.
So
Of
there's
course.
that.
But yeah. You know what? This wraps up this week's show. We thank you all for listening. You know, at the end of the day, we're not fucking perfect here. We're just guys coming here talking about wrestling. That's it.
Indeed, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If you feel like, hey, you can do a better job, then hey, by all means, hey, start your own podcast. Start it. I'm not saying that, oh my God, we're gonna crap on you. No, of course not. But what gets to us is when people, again, who are just viewers, again, people who only are viewers, are bitching and complaining about the smallest shit in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, they're not content creators, they're just viewers and shit.
Yeah.
They don't know what it is, but it comes to editing and recording and all the crap that comes with it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say here, guys, at the end of the day.
Preach.
I'm Heel Steve. You can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Heel Steven and all that fun stuff. Check us out on Twitter at TEAMHEEL Podcast. Check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/Gotcha Podcast. Also, hit us up on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and as well as Shout Engine. You can download it. I'm going to try to have this ready by tomorrow, if anything, before I go out. I'm going to try to. At the end of the day, if I don't, then you know what? It is what it is. But thank you for tuning in.
Alrighty. I'm Knowledge at Wrestling. You can follow me on Twitter at HamWalter and subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Knowledge at Wrestling.
And of course, there's yours truly, Connor, Mr. OKFabe. You can check me out over at youtube.com/OKFabe4ever, or check out my okfabeforever.wordpress.com. There you can see all the links and everything for my social media, Twitter, Facebook, all that fun hoopla. I'll actually be doing my own live Q&A, well, technically today, Friday, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So go come hang out with me, check it out. You never know what's going to happen on a random live thing when usually yours truly is involved. Like tonight.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're out. Peace.
Please.